4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. The Lakers are the champions. Magic down the middle, just what I thought. A hook shot at 12. Good! 2 seconds left. The Lakers take the lead.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang!
To be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? No, I don't think so.
To disrupt Rondo, he puts it in. Here's Davis, 4-3 in the win. Oh, it's good! Anthony Davis has won it for the Lakers!
Organization want their respect. Laker Nation want their respect. And I want my damn respect too.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Let's Go Lakers podcast. My name is Mike Andrade. This is our first podcast of 2025. I'm trying to get over a cold, if you can hear it in my voice. That's why we haven't really put out any content over the last few days, but we're back. I'm back. And today is the Let's Go Lakers podcast. Thank you guys for coming in and watching. I appreciate you guys. Yeah. I hope you guys are, having a great start to your year. For people that are working in education and people that have been on not spring break, but Christmas break, y'all have to go back to work tomorrow, which kind of sucks. I've been working all the way, so I kind of miss having that break. So, anyways, let's talk a little bit about the Lakers, since it is the Let's Go Lakers podcast. Wow, let's talk about who's been on the ascent lately for the Lakers. There's a couple guys that come into mind when we're talking about who's been on the ascent. And over the last few games, not only a few games, but the last month or so, even the whole month of December, there's one guy that comes to my mind. Well, a couple guys. But let's talk about the first guy. Let's talk about big Max Christie. Max Christie, a guard that we drafted a couple of years ago. Didn't really see much playing time under Coach Darvin Ham. When he did get into the game, we saw the potential a little bit. He would hit some shots from the corner three, and we think, wow, this guy, he has a little bit of potential. If he could, fulfill his potential, then maybe he could be something for the Lakers going down the line. But he really just didn't see much playing time under Darvin Ham. So coming into this year, under new coach JJ Redick, it was his time to shine. It was really just putting the rocket ship on Max Christie, saying, look, this is your time to shine. This is your time to go get your minutes. This is your time to go get your role on this team, to really figure out your role on this team. And at the beginning of the season, we really didn't see it. And I owe Max Christie a big apology because, to be honest, I wrote him off. I didn't see the production at the beginning of the season. I didn't see him coming in and just kind of overtaking everything. I didn't see it. And so for us Laker fans, to see the production of Max Christie, it is a welcoming sight now. But I still owe him that apology, which, I already wrote it out. I filled out that letter. It's an apology letter. I sent it through the post office. It's in the mail. He'll get it on Tuesday. But let's talk about Max Christie's production in the month of December. Actually, let's go back further to that. Let's go back to the beginning of the season. Because at the beginning of the season, he was getting a little bit of playing time, but it was kind of sporadic, like his first couple of years. Either it would be really high playing minutes or it would be kind of low. In November, let's go look at his minutes. So to start the regular season out, he did have some pretty high playing minutes. First couple games only had 11 minutes, but then it went up to 18, went up to 23, went up to 27. But at the beginning of November, it kind of dipped again. He had 13 minutes against Toronto, and then he only had 4 minutes against the Detroit Pistons, a game which we lost. Then he had 19 minutes against Memphis, and he had 1 minute and 2 minutes against Philadelphia and Toronto. Right there, that just shows you the inconsistency in which, to be honest, I shouldn't have written him off because what can you show when you're only playing 1 minute? What can you show when you're only playing 2 minutes? And then the minutes that you do get, look, you did have 27 minutes, you did have 23 minutes, but it's not consistent. So I shouldn't have written off Max Christie at that point because the minutes were just so inconsistent. But let's go forward into the month of December now. Okay. His minutes did pick up back at the back end of November, but through the whole month of December now, let's start with December 1st against Utah. He had 30 minutes. He had 12 points. In a loss against the Minnesota Timberwolves, he had 21 minutes. He had 5 points. Miami, 26 minutes, 11 points. Atlanta, 31 minutes. He had 9 points. Portland, he had, let's see, 26 minutes. He had 4 points. Minnesota, 37 minutes, and he had 15 points. Then 29 minutes against Memphis. He had 7 points. And Sacramento, he had 28 minutes. He had 8 points. Uh, Another win against Sacramento. He had 18 minutes. He had 5 points. A loss against Detroit back, I think that was last week. He had 33 minutes. He had 17 points. And then 34 minutes, had 16 points. And then another win against Sacramento, had 32 points, 16 points. And then a loss against Cleveland, he had 5 points in 28 minutes. Now, look at, he had shown you, even though the points weren't that impressive right there, but all things considered, when you have minutes that are just consistent like that, you're going to be able to improve your stats across the board. And we're really going to be able to see what kind of player that you are. When your minutes are very consistent like that, it's just going to go a long way for a young player to really show what kind of player they're really capable of being. Now we've only had two games against, now we've only had two games in the month of January. A win against Portland, he had 28 points, and then a win against Atlanta a couple days ago, he had 9 points. Okay, so look, even though, like I said, the point production isn't really there, he did have a career high against Portland, which is incredible. But look, the fact that his minutes have just been really consistent, has gone a long way for Max Christie, and this is something that us Laker fans have really wanted to see since the beginning, since he was a rookie under Darvin Ham. Okay, we just wanted to see that consistency, and we really wanted to see him grow into the player that we know he can be, and he can continue to grow into be. Look, if he continues this trajectory over the next few months into the season, who knows? Who knows what kind of valuable piece that the Lakers could have in Max Christie? He could go from a guy that was on the tail end of the bench that we weren't utilizing at all into a very pivotal piece going into the playoffs. And that's something that the Lakers desperately need when we do make our playoff push come March and April. All right. Now, the second guy that has been on the rise for the Lakers, and not like Max Christie, where we didn't see it his first 2 years. This guy, we've seen it all throughout his tenure with the Lakers, and it is Austin Reaves. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, look, we've already seen Reaves, be the player that he could be. In the playoffs in 2023, he was tremendous for us. We've seen the production that we can get from Austin Reaves. But I bring it up because, in my mind, I'm thinking, how high can Austin Reaves' potential really could be? We've seen him be a very productive player for the Lakers over the last how many years has he been with the Lakers now? 3 years. Yeah, we've seen it already. But can he take his game to the next level? That's the question that I'm asking. His season thus far has been really great. Last season things kind of took a dip for Austin Reaves. When he was trying to learn the style that Darvin Ham wanted him to play when he was point guard. And in fact, I was kind of scared when he took over the point guard duties for D'Angelo Russell this year under JJ Redick, because I was thinking to myself, well, look, we tried that last year. It didn't go well. Austin looked lost out there. He looked, a little bit slower. I think he might have been dealing with an injury or two during that time, which pretty much would have contributed to his style of play. But nonetheless, he didn't look comfortable in the starting point guard role last year under Darvin Ham. So under JJ Redick, when JJ pulled D'Angelo Russell from the starting lineup, I was just questioning myself, is Austin Reaves suitable for the starting point guard role? And altogether, I mean, the guy has put up, really, really decent numbers as the starting point guard for the Lakers, especially in the month of December. Let's look at his December stats here. Okay. In 8 games in December, Austin Reeves, okay, he averaged 22 points a game. All right. And then it was under 36 minutes a game. I mean, look at 22 points per game. That's going to get it done, for your starting point guard. No longer has he looked slow out there. No longer has he looked like he's been lost out there. In fact, he's thriving under being the new starting point guard for the Lakers. And so the fact that he's able to take his role now and expand it into different territory. He was the shooting guard for a long time. I just knocked over my microphone. He was the starting shooting guard for a long time. Last year, Darvin Ham took him out of that position, and it really just messed things up for Austin. He really had to find a balance again for himself. This year, same thing happens, but he's not lost. He's actually thriving. So kudos to Austin Reeves. But I go back to that question. Could Austin Reeves potentially be an all-star? Could he rise up his game that much where he's a potential all-star? I'm going to let you guys decide on that one. But for me, my personal opinion, I think he could, honestly. It's going to be really hard for him to make a all-star team in the Western Conference. But they're changing the all-star game rules, every single year now. So it's not really going to be the all-star game like we've seen it. But he could be an all-star. He could take his game to that elite level. And honestly, I would love to see it. I know Lakers Nation would love to see it. He's a homegrown guy. I would love for Austin Reeves to be a Laker his entire career. That's how much we've grown to love Austin Reeves. And we would love for him to be a all-star at some point. But could he really take his game to that level? It's going to take, a little bit more than averaging 22 points a game. It's going to take him a little bit more just to be on that trajectory of rising up every single year. But next year, could he be an all-star? I think so. I honestly think so. But it's going to take still a lot of hard work from Austin. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I think he has it in him. I really do think he has it in him to be an all-star potential player at some point. Maybe not this year, just because the West is so stacked in who we have. But I think at some point, Austin Reeves could be an all-star potential player at some point. Now, the Lakers last week did make a move acquiring Dorian Finney-Smith from the Brooklyn Nets. And he's only played 3 games for the Lakers so far. In his 3 games, he's only averaging 4.3 points per game. His field goal percentage is 33.3%. And he's only averaging 3.7 rebounds and 1.3 assists per game. It's going to take some time for him to really make a difference on this team, but I really do think that Dorian could make a really big impact on this team as he gets more comfortable on the Lakers. With us making that trade, everyone's mind is really going to what's going to be the next trade for the Lakers now. Now that we have Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton traded in for D'Angelo Russell, what's going to be the next trade? There's a lot of things going out there that, I think Lakers Nation just posted today that we're kind of out of the Walker Kessler trade. No, look, nothing is official until it is official. Okay, so you're gonna hear rumors up until the trade deadline. Okay, you're gonna hear rumors about everything and everything. Okay, and I've always stand by. I'm always gonna stand by my thought process on trades. Look, they're just rumors because that's exactly what they are. They're just rumors. Okay. You can't take everything so seriously. You can't take everything for what it is, except exactly what it is, just being a rumor. Okay, you can't take something that's reported online and take it for being factual when it's not. It's just a rumor. Okay, guys. So you're going to hear a lot of rumors going forward. The only things that you need to believe that are factual are the things that actually get done. Okay. So you're going to hear a lot of rumors going forward about different players. Okay. And it's nice and it's good. It's good audio. It's good podcasting to listen to. But at the same time, All right. The only rumors that you really need to truly believe in are the ones that actually get done. Just like the one that happened last week with D'Angelo Russell. Okay. I know there's had been a lot of speculation about where the Lakers were going to trade D'Angelo Russell to. And at the end of the day, it happened with Brooklyn. Okay. So that's the things that you guys just need to keep in mind. Okay. Now, trust me, there's going to be a lot of stuff out there. Okay. A lot of stuff that makes a lot of sense and a lot of stuff that doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay. But don't worry yourself with the trade rumors. The Lakers are going to make a trade. Okay. I feel like I really truly believe that this Lakers team isn't done making moves. We're going to make another move to head into the playoff push. Whatever that move may be, we'll see. Okay. Another big piece into this team is we got to get healthy. Okay. Christian Wood and Jared Vanderbilt. They're both still out. Okay. They're both still out. Those are two guys that can make a very big impact on this team. Okay. So without having those guys in the rotation, it's just still haven't seen the team really complete. Who knows what kind of impact they're going to make? I think they're going to make a huge impact. Bringing in Christian Wood, another lengthy size guy that can just block shots, get rebounds, is going to be huge for the Lakers. You know, we've already seen what Jared Vanderbilt can do in his role when he's healthy. Okay. It's just a matter of him getting healthy and him being whole and the team being whole. Okay. So those two guys being healthy, it's going to go a long way for the Lakers. And to be honest, you know, if we have those guys healthy on this team and we can make another move, this team could be a championship level team. I truly believe that. But it's going to take for us to get there. Whatever trade that may be, okay? Like I said, I don't want to speculate on trades because look, at the end of the day, they're just rumors. Okay? I don't want to get people's hopes up because that's not what we're going to do here. But this team could potentially be a championship level team if those things come aligned together. Now the Lakers do play the Houston Rockets at 4 o'clock today. That's going to be a very pivotal game for the Lakers. I think the Lakers are underdogs in that game. But if the Lakers can come away with the victory, but in Houston, that's going to be such a pivotal game for the Lakers to come out with because number one, it's going to show that we are just as competitive with the Western Conference as anybody in the conference. Okay, we could beat any team in that conference. Okay. That's just going to show that we're on par with everybody else. And look at having going into the road, playing a very tough young Houston Rockets team. That's just wow. That's just going to be a huge game for the Lakers to pull off. But let's look at the Lakers schedule coming up over the next few games here. Like I said, we have the Rockets today at 4 o'clock. After that, we play the Dallas Mavericks on January 7th. That's going to be another huge game for the Lakers to try to pull off. And then we play the Hornets on January 9th. We have the Spurs again on January 11th. Okay. Oh, actually, we play the Spurs back to back. So January 11th and then January 13th, we play the Spurs. And then we'll close this one out with January 15th versus the Heat. It's going to be a very pivotal game as well because we don't know what kind of Heat team we're going to get with the whole Jimmy Butler saga that's going on in Miami. We don't know if Jimmy Butler will be able to play in that game. We don't know if he'll be traded to another team by the time January 15th hits, okay? So we'll see what kind of Heat team we get to close that one out. But I would say in those 6 games, if the Lakers could be 5-1, look, give us 5-1 anytime over a 6-game stretch. Okay? Give us 5-1 anytime. For the team to be 20, they would be 25-15 around that point, 10 games over 500. That'd be beautiful going into the later stretch of January. All right. So, close things out. I just want to thank you guys for listening to the Let's Go Lakers podcast. Again, we're going to have more stuff coming out over the next few days, over the next few weeks. We're really going to try and hit January very, very strong. Over the next few days, we're going to try and record a Wrestling with Ryan podcast. We have the Netflix debut of WWE Raw coming up, which is going to be huge for us wrestling fans. And just look out for more content coming up with the Rams and the Chargers in the playoffs. That's going to be huge for all the LA teams to be in the playoffs for the first time ever in recent history. So, look, a lot of stuff coming out for Lace 'em Up Sports. Just be on the lookout for that, guys. Until then, I'm Mike Andrade, and let's go Lakers.